Hi, my name's Lyle Sopel. I'm a jade and gemstone sculptor, and I'm here in Tucson, Arizona. And I'm here to find some new gemstones, and I love to come here. I'm here all the time, once a year, and I visit a lot of different people, but one of my favorite people to visit here is Thomas Nagan from Crystal Mines, and he's here to talk to us a little bit about what he does as a crystal miner and an explorer. So he's also a movie star as well, as you might see here. He's a he's a crystal explorer, and he's got a variety of. This is a second season in films on what his adventures are when he goes out finding different minerals in South America. So this is a second season on PBS, and he has a video set also, so if you're interested in buying his video set and DVD, then you can look him up on the internet, I'm sure. And
yeah, absolutely. crystalspringsmining.com or mineralexplorers.com. You can get there either way. But yeah, this is our new season. This is our second season.
Right.
There's 7 episodes, and we went to Peru. And we did 2 episodes in Peru, which is we go to some of the high altitude mines for pyrite and quartz, and then we also have an episode on here on Tucson, which is about this show and about the Arizona minerals, and then we have an episode in Portugal and in Spain, and then one called Stories from the Road, which is a compilation of 3 different countries.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
It's a lot of traveling.
I really think of you as the Indiana Jones of the gemstone world. You do some amazing, you come up with some amazing crystal forms. They're just incredible, some of the things you do. So I wanted to really ask you, what does it take to find these kinds of minerals? I mean, they're so rare, they're so unusual. Like, these are all one-of-a-kind items. So
it takes a lot of traveling. And then sometimes we go, sometimes I buy from the mine owners, and then sometimes we go directly to the mines, and we go down into the mines. And a lot of people have found that really interesting. A lot of collectors, I find out, don't even know where these things come from, where these beautiful things come from. And that's why we started doing the videos, to
really understand what it takes to come up with these really rare minerals.
And how hard it is to take them out of the ground. Yeah. Some of them are from underground tunnels and functioning mines. Some of them are from open pit mines. But they're most people just don't really understand where they come from. So that's why we started doing the videos.
That's awesome. That's really great. Because when you look at some of these specimens here, they don't look like they've come out of the ground. They look like they're from some heavenly place. They're just so incredible.
A lot of people don't realize that they're just all natural. They think that they've been cut, they've been polished, they've been man-made in some way.
Right.
But what we look for and deal with are totally natural mineral specimens. This one here is from here, for example, is from one of the mines on our video. This is from Wansala, Peru. And this has pyrite and quartz. And,
just the size of it is incredible, how big it is.
Yeah. I think it weighs about 150 pounds, actually.
Wow, that's awesome. This also, is an amethyst?
Yeah, this is an amethyst from Bolivia. And they get some of the larger crystals of amethyst, and surely some of the nicest colored amethysts in the world.
I've never seen anybody other than you come up with these crystals where the amethyst grows out like that in those large forms. I think it's totally unique to your mine.
Yeah, well, it's actually not my mine, but it's a good friend of mine's mine. It's the Nagan mine in Bolivia.
Yes.
And it's on the border with Brazil, right on the Paraguay River.
Wow.
And it's deep in the jungle, and they have to ship these out either by boat or they go over kind of pretty shabby roads, and they can only do it part of the year when it's not the rainy season.
Well, I really love using these in some of my sculptural forms. They really add some fantastic color, and the natural beauty of it gives it a really wonderful setting, and it just really brings life to them.
And combining the natural crystals with your beautiful sculpture work, which I've seen and,
Yeah,
and
it's-
really love. It's really great.
It works perfectly.
Yeah.
This also is a giant point of quartz crystal. Look at that.
Yeah, this one here is from Montes Claros in Brazil, in the northern part of Minas Gerais, near the border of Bahia. They get really large crystals there.
No kidding. And some of these others are also really interesting. Like this looks like a pyrite,
Yeah,
like an iron pyrite.
Iron pyrite, and it has sphalerite crystals on it. The dark crystals are sphalerite.
I'm sure someone asks you this every day. Is this natural?
I get that question all the time.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. But yeah, they're all natural, and we have two different main minerals here combined with a little bit of quartz crystals.
Yeah, that's incredible. Now, that's pretty unusual to have that combination of the pyrite and the quartz.
It is. They've been really popular here at the show. The collectors love them, and decorators love them, and
Yeah.
people that build sculptures love them.
That's people that build sculptures, yeah. So, yes, so that's the kind of people that I think that are very interested in this kind of work. People that are looking for the most rarest kind of mineral forms. They go in as, like you say, decorative items in homes, and people just collect them because they're rare minerals, and people have vast collections of varieties of things.
They're nature's art.
They're nature's art, for sure. Yes. Right here is a.
This is from India.
Oh, India.
Yeah, and this is stilbite and apophyllite, and the white needles on there, the white crystals, are scolecite.
Scolecite. Wow, it's incredible.
Totally different colors.
More amethyst.
This is another amethyst from Bolivia, and above up here, this is a calcite,
Wow,
and this is from China.
very interesting. So pieces from all over the world.
Definitely all over the world. We kind of specialize in the South American minerals, but we go to India, and this here is another piece from India. This is apophyllite.
Apophyllite. When I first saw that, I could just imagine that as some kind of a landscape, like, I don't know, maybe even buffalo running across the prairie or something. It just kind of evokes some kind of imaginative idea for me.
Could you make some little buffaloes running
I
across
could
there?
do a big one. I'd love to do a big,
Oh, a big buffalo.
big
That would
charging
be,
buffalo across that
that would
landscape.
be cool.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, have them very daintily stepping across it, not to break any of the points off. And this is a really fine quartz crystal here with the pyrite. Lovely.
Here's a couple of things from Brazil, and this is a mica, a lepidolite mica, kind of a very unusual color, a real nice decorative piece.
This is one of my favorite things right here.
Oh yes,
I just love this material.
This is Clevelandite, and there's a little bit of mica, and the little black needles in here are tourmaline. And then back here we have this is a large piece of chrysocolla. It's got a natural cavity in there.
Wow.
It was naturally formed like that. And this is from Peru. This is from the Lily mine in Peru.
So when you started mining and selling these crystals, what was your inspiration? What got you involved in this whole business of mineral mining?
Well, originally I went to Arkansas to buy quartz, and I fell in love with the quartz. And I had a good friend that invited me to go to South America. And so we went to several of the mines down there, and I was just fascinated with it. And I was really fortunate to find some very rare minerals in some very remote mines.
Oh.
And I took them back to, at the time I was living in the Washington, D.C. area.
Right.
I took them back to the Smithsonian, and they said they loved it. And they said, bring us more. And so that gave me the opportunity. I said, well, wow, now I can have the opportunity to travel someplace and make money at the same time and do something I love.
Wow.
So
You get to to visit the minerals and the mines that are so exciting and different. Like, it must be incredible when you go into a mine that's like just a big rock pit covered in mud, and you go down in there and there's like this stuff comes out of it.
Yeah.
It must be incredibly exciting.
It is exciting, and sometimes you'll go down into these mines and you'll see some beautiful things, but most of the time you don't. Most of the time, they'll take out things and they'll need to be cleaned. They'll oftentimes come covered with an iron stain, and they need to be cleaned or they need to be trimmed up, because many times a really nice crystal will come out on a giant boulder of a rock, or a giant piece of rock. So they need to be cut and trimmed and cleaned, so that
that's when the work begins.
Yeah.
And so it's not just like you find it like this in the ground and put it on the shelf. It takes a lot of effort to clean it and
transport it without damaging it.
Because it comes from such desolate areas, right? It's like from the top of what you said the other day, a 17,000 foot height.
15,000 feet.
15,000 foot.
Yeah. We're presently working an area where it's like 15,000 feet in height. It's a tungsten mine. And we're looking for different minerals there. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, I know I'm always inspired when I see this.
How long have you been sculpting, by the way? Doing sculptures?
I've been doing sculptures for about 40 years.
Wow, you've been doing it as long as I've been doing the minerals. Yeah. I started actually in '76, so maybe a little longer. Maybe I'm a little older than you are.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I've been doing it for a really, really long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
When I started, I was just involved with jade.
Yeah.
And because jade is really common where I live, and so it became my medium. And I worked for, I don't know, maybe 15 years, and just jade alone.
Oh, wow.
And then one day, somebody came to visit me from the Tucson gem show. Right. They showed me all these crystals that they had bought.
Right.
And they said, why don't you go there? And so the next year, I came to Tucson, Arizona, and then it just changed my whole career. Everything just turned into something
opened
totally,
everything up for you.
Totally
You saw all the possibilities.
Different perspective.
Yeah,
I had
right.
all these different things that I could carve, and then all the natural shapes and colors that I could incorporate in my sculptures, and so it just became this wonderful.
It just opened your whole
experience.
world up. Yeah, right. That's cool.
Yeah. And it changed my whole way on approaching sculpture, and all my collectors really appreciate it too, because every time I do a show or a new piece, it's something different and exciting, and so it's great for them too. They love it.
That's neat. That's neat. I look forward to seeing some of your sculptures in the future.
Sure. Well, thanks for spending some time with us.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
Great, Lyle. It's great to see you again,
Nice to see you, Thomas. Bye for now.